Okay, guys. First of all, I want to start up by apologizing for last week's post. It had horrible sound quality. I know. I saw it and I tried to do it, but I tried to redo it. But honestly, I've been really busy, and I'm sorry. I apologize for that. I hope the people listening to this is still gonna keep listening, and I hope that I'm giving you guys good enough material too. If you guys feel like, hey, Houston, step it up a little bit, give us some non-common sense stuff, go ahead and write me on Facebook. I think I leave I'm gonna start leaving in every video my email. If you guys want to get in touch with me, you guys are more than welcome to. Remember, 10 20 people see this, if that, so I'm perfectly okay if you guys want to reach out. Let's see. Oh yeah, I want to talk about how I did it last week. I kind of felt like I was broadcasting. I kind of wrote down all the topics that I was going to talk about. I felt like I was a bit scripted, and that didn't feel right, to be honest. I didn't like how it felt. So I think on the first video I kind of freestyled it. I mean, I thought about the stuff that I was going to talk about and everything, but it felt a lot more like me. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to broadcast. Actually, one of my mentors, I actually got that from one of my mentors. He said, don't broadcast, but document. And I think that's two very different things. Because when you broadcast, you kind of seem so generic. You kind of seem fake at times. And I don't want to seem like that. I don't want to seem that way. I want to be real. I want to be me. I want to talk about some of the failures in my life and my business and this and that. And I also want to talk about the successes too. Everything that's pushing me forward, and everything that's helping me out. And remember, not all the videos are going to be 20 minutes. Sometimes they're going to be shorter, depending on my time. I have a family. I try to balance it as much as I can, but I also want to do this because I think it has value to it. I mean, the people that are listening, I don't care if it's just one person listening to this and it helps them out. That's a job well done for me. That's the purpose of this. Now, let's see. I want to talk a little bit about my day today. So today was a pretty. I got into a program where I had to invest some money, my own personal money, into learning something that I'm starting, and I don't want to talk about it too much. Not what I'm actually doing. Not until I start doing it. Then I'll tell you guys a little bit more about what I do. But I have other little businesses on the side as well. And on one of them today, I was gonna go and I was buying books. Actually, I was gonna go buy books, and turns out the deal fell through. The price that the books, what I originally had thought the price were, wasn't that, and the price that they were trying to sell me for was not. There wasn't enough profit for me, so I had to, it fell through, and I was kind of disappointed and mad at the same time. But I mean, that's business. We have to understand that not every day it's not gonna be a win. It's not gonna be a W for everybody. For you, and we can't let that get to us. On my drive back home, I was mad. I wasted an hour and a half of my time, and it felt like for nothing. But the failures are actually the stuff that teaches you the most, because it shows you what you're really made of. If we constantly win all the time, then we're never gonna know what that feels like. We need those losses, those losses, to make us feel like when we do win, it makes us feel like now we're getting somewhere, now we're pushing through. And I also want to talk about last week too, a little bit about last week, because I was feeling really, I'm going to be real with you guys. I was feeling no energy. I was feeling overwhelmed. I was just, I don't know, something was wrong with me. And even, my family knew it too. They told me what's going on. And I reached out to some of the people, on Facebook, on my friends and everybody, and I love that, people gave me their input. Some people went, with God, say, hey, put put all those things with God, and God will help you. And I like that. And then some other people were telling me, hey, sometimes we have those days, we have to, have those days for you, for myself, for my family, to relax, to do something that you like. It can't all just be like work, or business, or family. That's why we have to mix it up. This is, if you eat chicken every day, you're gonna get sick of chicken. It don't matter how good that chicken is, you're gonna get sick of it. So that's why you have to make chicken soup. You have to make a chicken pot pie. You have to mix it up. You have to mix it up. And after that day was over, and I saw those messages on that people, all their input that they gave to me, I felt really good right after. And turns out all I needed was a 12-hour nap. So I slept for 12 hours. When I woke up, I was up and ready to go and get back to action. But I mean, that just comes to show you, sometimes, no matter how determined you are, no matter how entwined you are with working and hard work and everything, getting to your goal, you have to have those days where it's just R&R. You gotta relax. Your body can only take so much. Your mind can only take so much. So we have to understand that it has to be a balance with everything, with relaxation, with everything. If somebody tells you, yo, you have to work 24/7. Oops, sorry. If they tell you have to work 24/7, then that's not true. Nobody makes the rules. Nobody's gonna say if you take a day to rest that you're gonna fall back 5-10 steps. If you have a company and you have a deadline to hit, then maybe you need to do that. But if you don't, then you gotta take those days for yourself, guys. You have to. It's important. It's important. And that's kind of what another topic that I want to talk about. Let's see. Now that I'm kind of doing a freestyle, I have all these things that I think about while I'm at work and everything. I'm here and kind of shooting a blank a little bit. But I hope you guys keep listening to stuff. I hope you guys keep reading stuff. Today I got a message actually from a good friend of mine. She's a really close friend of mine, and they basically told me that they had a plan, that they wanted to do something. They were like, hey, Houston, can you help me find this book? Do you have this book? And I'm like, hey, well, you know what? I don't have this book, but I have an online bookstore, and I can help you find any book you want. And I helped them find the book that they were looking for. And I'm not gonna tell you, what was it about or nothing, but it was a book. And I said, hey, well, how come you're looking for these books? And they told me, well, I'm interested in that, and you know what? I'm starting to look into that, and I'm really interested, and I'm trying to see what I can do with that book, and start learning more, researching what's more about it. And I was like, whoa, I'm so it don't matter where you got your inspiration, but I'm glad that you're out there and looking for stuff to do. And you don't have to come to me. There's people that are way past my knowledge and tools and money and success and happiness. There's people way more than me, and sometimes people don't reach out because they think that they're not going to help them. And little by little, like me, for example, I'm starting to feel more like when I need help with something, I'll look for people. I'm going to start looking for the people the people that have the experiences, whether it be in any of the 4 pillars, whether love, happiness, knowledge, business, money, all that stuff. I'm not going to hesitate and ask for help. I'm going to be asking for help whenever I get the chance. So yeah, they reached out to me and they said this, and I couldn't be, I felt proud. Especially if, this person is a close friend of mine. I was like, that's awesome. And that just comes to show you that there's a lot of people out there that know there's a little bit something missing. And basically, don't be afraid to dream, but not only dream, but to start making those dreams like a reality. I was watching a video, and it actually said something really cool. It was some really smart person. It was a lady, and she said, the difference between dreams and reality is just a choice that you make. And those were really powerful words because they're true. I mean, whether you're into sports and then you say you want to be the best sportsman ever, whether you're not in the best financial situation right now and you say, man, when is this gonna happen? When am I not gonna be in this situation, when I'm living paycheck to paycheck? If you feel that way, then I want to encourage you to learn about money, read about money, talk to people that have money, and talk to people, not in a sense of you're gonna listen 100% of what they do, because we're all different. We all decide what we want to do and how we do it, and some people are not gonna give you the best advice even if they have money. Some people get their money by stepping on other people or doing bad stuff. And maybe that's, I don't want to be that way. I want to make money and I want to make sure that everybody wins. Whether it be with investors, with products, with customers, and all this stuff. I want to make sure that everybody wins, including me. And some people are not like that. Some people just care about themselves. They go like, hey, as long as I come out with the most money on top, I'm okay with that. And there's people like that. But back to the subject. I mean, you have to realize that if something's missing, you have to do something about it. And the simplest form that I can see it as an example is you coming home and your room or your house is a mess all the time, every day, and every day you just go like, why is my room in my house a mess? But you don't do nothing about it. And every day, and you come home, and there's more mess, but you don't do nothing about it. You just complain about it. You just say, I want to come home, and I don't want my house to be a mess. So, as simple as that sounds, you can come home and you can start cleaning up that mess. You could start, by room, or cleaning it all up, all at once. And I mean, it's metaphorically speaking, it's going to be little by little if you're talking about like, money wise. But it's true, you have to open up those doors in your mind to figuring out how money works. Now, before, I was really business oriented when I was, even when I was younger. I mean, people from high school know me. I was always having these crazy ideas on how to make money. But I was always this visionary person. I always saw it happening, but I never actually did it. I never took action. And that was what I lacked. I didn't lack creativity or ideas. I lacked action. I didn't act upon it on my own. I always wanted somebody to pull the weight for me. Not until I realized that nobody was going to pull that weight, and I had to pull that weight if I wanted to change. Then that's when little by little I started changing. Now, I'm not where I want to be, of course, but I can see the changes myself, and the people around me, they see them too. And so it just starts by a simple decision of taking action and making sure that you do it. And there's going to be ups and downs and everything, but you got to push through it. The way that you're going to know if you want it bad enough is how bad you push it, no matter what happens. Some people are going to say, well, I have work. I work 12 hours. I work 10 hours. I work construction. I work this. I work that. I come home and I'm tired. I'm beat. I just want to go home and rest. If that's you, but you want more to life, but you have all these excuses, then you don't want it. You don't want it. It's plain and simple. You don't want it. You wanted it. It don't matter how tired you were. It don't matter how beat you got. It don't matter how frustrated you came back from work. You got up that day and you did what you had to do. Because we all have excuses. Everybody has excuses. But to be great at anything, you have to push through it. It's plain and simple. Plain and simple. I wake up every day and with, I'm not going to lie, my 9 to 5, I don't like it. I see myself waking up in my own time. And I don't mean like later or sleeping more or nothing. I mean waking up and being happy that I'm going to do whatever I'm going to do to get money. Which for me and my dream is not my dream, but my goal. One of my goals for this year is to be able to have my 9 to 5 and to call it a hobby. I mean, right now I need it. My family depends on it too. I have to work. I can't stop working right now. But my goal, and I'll tell you guys, I'm being honest, my goal for this year is that I'm going to be able to tell my friends, my family, that my 9 to 5 will be a hobby by this year. By December 31st, my goal is to say I'm going to work as a hobby. Because I won't really need it. And that's my goal for this year. And we got to set goals. You guys have to set goals. Whether it be, happier marriage, whether it be, spending more time with your family. And I know I talk a lot about, I've been talking about a lot of financial stuff. And monetary and scheduling your day and all this stuff. But we'll get to the love. We'll get to the love and happiness. Don't worry. But I think that's it for today. It's not too late, and I think I'm gonna I'll probably post it tomorrow. Last time I posted it really late, and I don't think nobody saw it. So I hope you guys enjoy, and remember, if you guys have any questions or anything, I'll leave my email at the bottom link. And also, if you guys want me to help you with books, to find any books or anything, let me know. I'll try to see if I can help you guys out, and if not, I'll direct you to somebody that can. But thank you for tuning in, guys. See ya. Peer-to-peer mentoring. Third episode.